Kiryu Aniki, I don't feel that well. You know, once upon a time it used to be so much easier, right? Let's go to the main target. On the 11th of November, this user, nice guy, says that he wants more enterable buildings in GTA. And as you can see, he's doing something in GTA. We're not gonna mention what because YouTube hates us in general. But yeah, you know what? That's a pretty normal thing. You want more enterable places in GTA 6. Yeah, it makes sense. You used to be able to do that in 4, and I think 5 has some, but not as many because the map is bigger. Of course, in the comment section, as you can imagine, for any X thread, you see people having a normal one, talking about, what's it called again? About this whole concept, you know, maybe this, maybe that, make the map smaller, but make buildings enterable, all that nice thing. Everything nice like that, you know? Perfect. But you get some specimens, and this is not to direct hate, this is not anything, we're just talking news and Twitter beef and drama. We have this user who everybody should really ignore and not do anything, that says don't mention anything about advantages like money from robbery or more missions. Instead, just gunning down terrified people for fun. Do people actually play GTA like this? Worrying if so. Now you have to understand, this is the point we've reached. We've reached the point where we're back to the video games cause violence point. We're back to the point where Jack Thompson was right. Well, he wasn't really, actually, but these people act like Jack Thompson. And if you don't know who that is, if you're a Zoomer that's that brain melted at this point, it's the video games causes violence argument. It's a bad one. It was bad during Columbine. It's bad now. But it seems that things don't really change. Because we have people like this that just, you go like, no, that's worrying. You shouldn't do that. You should do robberies. There is a scale of evil. You must understand that this new generation doesn't seem able to grasp the concept of criminals doing horrible stuff. Oh yes, robberies and missions, yeah, but oh, don't go out there playing GTA and killing the innocents, because that's the true atrocity. That's how you shouldn't play the game. Well, ignoring the fact that that's really what made GTA popular to begin with, the multiple ways of committing homicide on the entire population of Liberty City, or San Andreas, or whatever other cities you have there. But you see, it doesn't just stay this worse. It's not just, oh no, video games causes violence, it's worrying that you play like that. No, you see, there is another thing that really gets to me. This thing is the most annoying. Here we have a user that says the demon has been reborn. And this is a picture of Jack Thompson with Grand Theft Auto 5. I think it's Jack Thompson, right? Maybe. Just give me a minute. Yeah, it's him. That man might as well be a chameleon the way he seems to be transformed in my mind. And here we have this user that then comments this. This is the second time I've seen his face. Who is he? You see, it's kind of funny, because when you look at certain African tribes, or let's go to Haiti, you know, this place, the Caribbeans, and the whole belief in the Loas, you would really expect that when you are guided by your demon, because that's what the Loa is, to at least have the concept of knowing him, of knowing the demon that's doing the, well, puppeteering in this case. But here we have a case where this isn't really there. But, you know, it's X, Twitter, so as you can imagine, the level of intelligence is low. The bar is down in the ground for this kind of things. But don't worry, Oomfies. This isn't really the first time a GTA game goes through this or something like this. Remember in Red Dead Redemption 2 when somebody decided, what if I did this to the feminist? And everybody started a huge outcry. Social media, on all those platforms where you get your news, because technically they're not filled with journalists. The thing that's filled with journalists can be called a news station. Anyway, And all those places got their panties in a bunch because, oh no, the feminist in a video game. Now we're back to the point that I think I've made a few times. Now, yeah, I made this point during my video about Pixel Women Matter, the rights of Pixel Women Matter. And that's that these people don't really seem able to differentiate between real life and video games. Fiction seems to be treated as real, while reality is treated as fiction. And because of that, we get people that think it's the most horrible thing to do something that's normal for GTA, something that's been normal since its inception with the first GTA game. And this is the result. To live in a time where people are doing the whole Jack Thompson argument of video games cause violence, video games are horrible. People that are so detached from reality that they don't really understand how this whole thing works. But you know what, Unfis, listen up. It's not so bad. At the end of the day, I'm not here only to give you black pills. There are some white pills. There are some good things in this world that we really should look forward to. Especially since we live in a bizarre world, it gets all the more funny. But there are still people that appreciate GTA 4, its story, and the things that you can do there. So it's not all that bad, just because a few people can really understand the game, its history, and how it's made to be played. Doesn't really matter, because way more people understand that it's a video game. What can you do? It's a video game. It's not real. That's why Doom is still a franchise after Columbine. Simple. It did nothing wrong. The game does nothing wrong. Except when it doesn't. We all know what happens. Right? Fallout 74 and Baldur's Gate 3. And Midfield. How can we forget about that one? Anyway, the list can be way too expanded if we want to go into it. But yes, games do bad things, but not in this case. In this case, good boys, very good boys. Pet, have Bone take outside and use one of those weird yellow gloves that are also a bag. No problem, no problem. So it's not all that bad, but it is kind of bad to see this situation exist in the first place, in my opinion. Now, I'm not gonna be up on the bandwagon for GTA 6 because at the end of the day, I don't really have faith in it. I'm expecting it to just be Saints Row, the Saints Row reboot, or in that vein. So, you know, expectations are tempered. Nevertheless, I hope you enjoy this, and I'll see you in the next one.